Ever sit down to record and your brain just goes blank? Well, here is how I deal with that common issue. So, first of all, there's a misconception that you need to be inspired in order to create content. And this is the completely wrong way to look at your content creation journey. So, the reality is that most creators feel stuck some of the time. Okay, we're not all inspired all of the time. We don't all have all of these ideas floating around our head and we just can't wait to let them gush out and get them out to the world. A lot of the times we just feel stuck. We go through a rut and that's totally normal, okay? So these are 3 strategies that have actually helped me whenever I feel this way. And I'm pretty sure they're going to help you too as well. So if you don't have a notepad already, feel free, take it out, pause the video, get a piece of paper, get a notepad, do something, just take down some notes. It's going to help plant that in your brain. On this 30-day video challenge, which I'll talk about briefly in a moment. So I'm not going to go to the effort of putting up all this stuff on the screen like you would see in other videos. Take the first step yourself, actually do some work and take those notes. They're 3 simple steps. So all you need to do is write them down. Put them in your notes app on your phone. It's super easy. So step number 1 or strategy number 1 is actually use your past struggles as prompts. So what do I mean by that? So what you want to do is you want to actually ask yourself, what would have helped me 6 months ago? Okay. So we have to understand that there's always someone out there who's a couple of steps behind you. And you are in a position to help them. And the easiest way to help them is simply to ask yourself, if I could go back in time 6 months ago and have a little conversation with myself, what would I say? What nugget of wisdom have I gained now that I could share with me 6 months ago? Because chances are there are tons of people out there who are like you, but they're just a couple of steps behind. Where you were 6 months ago, they are there now and you are in a position to help them. So that's a fantastic strategy. If you're ever stuck for what to say, is just think about the struggles that you've actually went through yourself, and then that is going to inspire you. It's going to allow you to come up with ideas and messages that you can actually send to those people. Essentially just chat to yourself 6 months ago. That's all you need to do. Super easy. So strategy number 2 that's helped me whenever I feel stuck is to just answer a common beginner question. So an example of a common beginner question would be, what camera should I use? What camera should I use for YouTube? And what camera should I use if I want to take pictures of my dog or what have you? And I'll tell you the answer to that. The camera you should use is the camera you have. Okay. And that is a very common question, and it's a very common answer if you are in that sort of space, or you've ever been served content in that sort of space. And you might say to yourself, well, I'm not going to make a video on that common question because so many people have answered that already, and there's no point in me answering that question. It just doesn't make any sense. And that is completely wrong, because there are tons of people out there who don't actually know the answer to that common question. They don't have that knowledge. And guess what? You can be the person to deliver that knowledge to them. You can help them. You can provide value to them, and they are going to thank you for it with their attention. And maybe they'll drop a like or a comment as well. Maybe they'll even subscribe. Who knows? But at least you're helping out people. You're helping out people who are like you, okay? And you have the knowledge. Why not just share it with the world and help someone today? So answer a common beginner question. Don't say to yourself, that's already been done. I need something unique. I need a unique angle on this. Let's not reinvent the wheel here, okay? You can still serve your audience by answering these common questions. It will amaze you how many people out there don't know what you know. And it's all in your brain, but you can help people by actually communicating it in your videos. So strategy number 3 that's helped me whenever I feel stuck is to actually create a series or a format that will reduce decision fatigue. So it will reduce the friction for you to get started. Okay, it'll make it super easy for you to make content. So what do I mean by this, creating a series or a format? So that could look like a weekly Q&A. Or it could be like a story time type video where you share a story that has a message there and it has some sort of value and knowledge that you're sharing with that story. There's an element of entertainment and education there. You could also simply do like a behind the scenes as well, just to give people that little peek behind the curtain, a little behind the scenes of the type of content that you create. And there's lots of other formats or series that you could use. This essentially is what's called your content pillars, okay? These are your content pillars. So what do I mean by content pillars? What is that? They're essentially recurring themes that serve your audience. So ideally, when you're starting out your channel, you want to pick 3 content pillars that you can rotate between, you can move between. You don't need to just create videos in one format. You can create videos in 3 different formats and you can mix it up, because there's a huge benefit to be gained here. Not only does it make it more interesting for you and there's more variety for you, but it's much more engaging for your audience as well. They're really going to appreciate having these different formats. Maybe they have like a favorite format, but then there's another format that kind of mixes it up as well and keeps things interesting. It stops your content from being stale. That is what we want. So use the content pillars, okay? Come up with these different formats, write them down, and whenever you're stuck for ideas, you don't know what to say, have a look at your content pillars, and be like, okay, well, maybe we should just do a Q&A this week, because we've not done that in a while, and I think that would be valuable for the viewers. We've got a lot of questions and answers that we can go through. Maybe we're at a point where we've got a lot going on behind the scenes, and this would be really cool to show our audience. So it just helps you whenever you feel stuck. So I'm actually pushing through this exact feeling myself right now of not knowing what to say, and how I'm doing that is a little bit nuts. I'm actually challenging myself to upload videos, long form videos, every single day for the next 30 days. Okay, I'm challenging myself to do this 30-day upload schedule, which sounds a bit crazy, but I'm really pumped to do it. And I'm really interested to see the results as well, which I will be sharing on this channel. So I'm actually forcing myself to do it even when I don't feel inspired. Okay, I'm forcing myself to show up and be consistent and make those 30 videos and edit those 30 videos and do the 30 titles and thumbnails and all of the stuff that comes with it and upload it every single day. And typically once I actually get started, making like my first video, if I didn't already feel pumped, at the end of that first video, I feel great. I feel ready to go. I'm ready to go on to the next one. And that's another little hack that I'm using, is I'm not actually filming a video every single day. I'm not editing a video every single day. I'm not doing the thumbnails and titles every single day. I'm batching this, okay? I'm making sure that I have a sustainable, efficient workflow to actually achieve this challenge. Okay, so we have to be realistic and we have to set ourselves up for success. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So a little takeaway just to close up this video: you don't need a big idea every single time. It doesn't have to be something totally unique. It doesn't have to be big and grand. You just need a small truth that someone out there needs to hear right now. Plant that in your brain. You just need a small truth someone needs to hear right now. And that could be a common question, or it could be something that you could have told yourself 6 months ago. So if you want to know how to start your YouTube journey now, but you're not sure what to do, well, I've actually created a step-by-step guide which I am following to the T in order to achieve this 30-day challenge, and I'm going to go beyond that 30-day challenge as well. So if you want to find out what this step-by-step guide is and start your YouTube journey today, watch the video over here. And thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next one.